become an industrial city. Among the manufacturers that have been built, Karawang holds valuable heritage for followers of Tridharma, the Sianjin Kupoh Temple. It's located at Jalan Muhammad Toha nomor 9, Tanjung Mekar, Karawang Barat, West Java, Indonesia.
The exact date of the temple's establishment is still debated because it is unclear when it was built. Some estimate that it was built in 1770, while others claim that it was built long before that date. The Xianjin Kupoh Temple was originally built like most temples. This temple also incorporates elements of Chinese culture. However, what distinguishes it is the acculturation evident in its renovation, a blend of Chinese and local culture.
The original Xianjin Kupoh temple building was simple due to the limited available of materials. After a fire the main part of the building in 1791, the temple underwent renovation, which resulting in the being renovated. The building was restored in the 1860s and renovated again in 1985 due to the increasing number of worshippers. In 2004, renovation additions were made to the temple, including clinic and a kitchen. These renovations have made the temple popular due to its beautiful architecture, and is now uncommon for visitors of other religions to visit Xianjin Kupoh Temple. At the Xianjin Kupoh Temple, there are important religious activities. First, the Sejit Makupo celebration, which commemorates Makupo birthday on the 13 days of Lunar New Year and is usually filled with special years. Second, the Tep Go and Eat worship, which is a routine worship held every first and 15 days of Chinese calendar. Third, the Chinese New Year and Cap Gome celebration. At this moment, the congregation performs prayers to the two Tian while celebrating the New Year together. The fourth is Chitgwe worship. Chitgwe worship dedicated to spirits who have no family, so no one pray for them. Therefore, this worship serves as a representative prayer for the living for the spirits of their ancestors.
The fifth is Vesak Day. Vesak celebrations are usually held in the morning with a series of events at the temple gathering point, one of which is the practice of the 8 precepts. Usually during Vesak celebration, the temple is decorated to look beautiful and attractive.
From Guti, and we are going to try Surabi from Rengas Dengklok. Let's follow us!
Sebelumnya Bapak perkenalkan, kami dari Universitas Singapura Masa Karawang izin mewawancarai Bapak. Sebelumnya boleh perkenalkan Bapak siapa namanya?
Nama saya Faisal.
Bapak sudah berjualan sejak tahun berapa?
Kalau di sini dari tahun 2001 sih, zamannya orang tua turun menurun teh.
Oh, berarti ini
berarti hampir 20 tahun lebih. Iya, jadi dari kakek terus ke orang tua.
Berarti Bapak apa? Cucu apa gimana?
Ya, cucu berarti.
Cucu.
Dari kakek terus orang tua ya turun menurun, lumayan.
Berarti
Ya.
warisan ya
Udah
jatuhnya.
lumayan lama.
Alasan Bapak menjual surabi daripada makanan tradisional lain kenapa Pak?
Karena apa ya? Karena emang bisanya itu sih
Bisa bikinnya?
di bidangnya itu, ditambah juga apa ya, menyukai ininya aja, hobinya bikin serabi, udah jadi nggak ada kebisa yang lain.
Siap-siap.
Eh,
Ada nggak sih perbedaan dari pertama kali jualan? Kayak setiap generasi pasti beda-beda kan?
Iya, paling ya perbedaan dari model kan kayak dulu mah kan jarang gitu. Kalau sekarang kan makin banyak tuh yang jualan serabi gitu. Paling
Oh iya,
perbedaannya
benar.
dulu sama sekarang tuh. Jadi ya itu.
Udah kesebar di seluruh
Iya.
Indonesia.
Jadi makin banyak saingan, makin banyak
Iya,
ini.
benar.
Kan sedangkan kan kita jualan dari 2001 nih, makin kesini malah makin banyak gitu. Cuma bedanya kalau kita masih tradisional, maksudnya masih pertahanin pakai kayu. Kalau yang lain biasa pakai gas.
Oh, beda.
Beda, kalau saya masih pertahanin pakai kayu bakar. Cuma kalau yang lainnya biasa serabi pakai gas gitu. Makanya dari dulu sampai sekarang nggak dirubah-rubah, masih pakai kayu aja.
Masih mempertahankan ya?
Masih pakai kayu. Soalnya kan
Kalau-
beda rasanya sih.
Iya, benar. Kalau kan ada COVID ya Pak, gimana nih kalau perbedaan pas COVID sama sekarang kan udah mulai
Malah lebih parah,
pelanggannya?
malah lebih parah.
Oh.
Sekarang dibandingin COVID masih mending.
Oh.
2019 sampai 2021 kalau nggak salah ya COVID ya. Itu biarin kata ini juga masih sedikit-sedikit masih ada lah. Nah kalau setelah COVID nih kesini-sini 2000 agak berkurang. Masih mendingan waktu pas zaman COVID.
Ramean pas COVID
Iya,
ya?
malah kebalik, nggak tahu saya juga. Efek apa kali gitu. Jadi ya penurunannya kerasa gitu.
Bapak nih belajar bikin surabi dari siapa nih Pak?
Orang tua.
Orang tua? Berarti benar-benar satu keluarga nih bisa bikin
Iya,
surabi?
dari kakek terus ke orang tua. Terus ya kadang juga kan tadinya kan saya kerja di pabrik di PT.
Oh, di PT?
Cuma habis kontrak ya akhirnya bantu-bantu orang tua ya,
Bantu
kerja
jualan.
di orang tua gitu.
Biasanya bikin serabi tuh bahannya apa aja Pak?
Ya kan kalau serabi hijau itu kan kayak terigu gitu ya, santan. Terus kan hijaunya itu dari suji.
Daun suji?
Daun suji, pandan, terus di mixer, diperet kayak santan, tau nggak, diambil hijaunya
Oh,
aja.
iya.
Nah, iya, diambil kayak gitu aja.
Berarti
Jadi-
kalau bahan utamanya tuh suji, kalau pandan
Iya.
sama itu apanya?
Nah itu gulanya pandan sama duren.
Oh.
Jadi kalau gulanya tuh kan kalau duren ya dikasih duren, kalau pandan cuma daun pandan aja. Makanya kan harganya beda, agak mahalan duren ya. Cuma buat beli durennya, makanya
Oh.
harganya agak beda kan. Kalau pandan mah cuma daun pandan. Nah, bedanya di situ.
Biasanya kalau bikin satu porsi itu berapa lama Pak?
Satu porsi ya kalau dari pas dituang gitu sampai ini paling ya nggak sampai 2 menit sih, hampir 1 menit sekali ngangkat. Hampir 2 menitan lah sekali ngangkat,
Berarti cepet ya matangnya?
cepet matangnya. Cuma kan yang lama tuh ya manasin tungkunya, manasin ininya. Soalnya kan pakai kayu dia. Jadi apinya harus stabil. Beda sama pakai gas. Kalau pakai gas kan makin bisa diatur gitu. Jadi api bisa stabil. Kan kalau pakai kayu mah kan kita harus benar-benar
disiapin dulu
ngatur.
ya?
Iya, harus disiapin.
Berarti kalau misalkan ada yang beli satu,
Iya.
kan nyalain api tuh ya?
Iya.
Nanti kalau misalkan pembelinya lama lagi itu apinya dimatiin dulu.
Misalnya satu adonan nih ya, katakanlah satu adonan habis nih. Kita udah ada stok kan ya. Udah ada stok habis nih misalnya. Nah, kita manasin api ya sekitar 15 menitan.
Oh, lumayan
20
lama
menitan.
ya?
Iya, lumayan agak lama. Yang lama itu manasin apinya. Habis kalau nggak panas dia diangkatnya susah. Diangkat lengket sama tungku tuh nempel gitu. Jadi susah diangkatnya kalau belum panas gitu. Makanya nungguin panas dulu baru dituang.
Kalau varian yang Bapak jual ada apa aja nih Pak?
Ada pandan sama durian.
Itu kuahnya kan?
Kalau serabinya sama hijau semua.
hijau semua. Soalnya saya juga pernah lihat ada serabi putih.
Nah, biasa masing-masing daerah beda.
Iya, saya
kalau
kebetulan saya dari Depok loh Pak. Di Depok ada serabi putih.
Nah, kalau daerah Purwakarta, Bandung biasanya serabi putih tuh oncom, telur. Kalau saya kan Tengah Dengklok Kerawang. Apa kan?
Iya, aslinya berarti
Ya,
serabi
mungkin
hijau,
mungkin
rasa
masing-masing
hijau.
daerah kali ya, beda kayak gitu.
Kalau biasanya tuh yang paling banyak dibeli durian atau pandan Bapak?
Ya variatif sih, kadang ada yang nggak suka durian, ada yang suka durian ada. Jadi nggak nentu paling banyak ini paling banyak itu, tergantung ini sih. Tapi ya kebanyakan sih pandan.
Pandan ya. Nah, ada beberapa orang juga emang gak suka durian.
Iya.
Ya. Nah, tantangan setiap jualan serabi tuh gimana Pak?
Tantangan apa? Ya paling ya itu kadang ya kalau sepi ya sabar, palingnya itu doang sih tantangannya.
Berarti nih kalau misalkan masaknya satu adonan kan, biasanya
Iya.
satu adonan tuh dapat berapa serabi?
Jadi kan kalau misalnya 1 kilo nih ya, 1 kilo terigu tuh jadi serabi tuh 40 piece. Jadi kalau sekali ngadonin kan nggak mungkin 1 kilo, misalnya 3 kilo nih, berarti 120 piece.
120.
120
Itu setiap
piece.
hari habis atau?
Setiap hari ininya paling ya 8 kilo lah, 8
8
kilo,
kilo, wow.
5 kilo. Paling kayak gitu.
Banyak banget ya.
Heeh.
Harapan Bapak nih ke depannya untuk penjualan serabi ini gimana?
Harapannya apa ya? Ya semoga makin lancar aja.
Makin banyak pembelinya ya.
Iya, makin amin makin banyak
Lancar
pembelinya habis.
jualannya.
Ya setiap pedagang pasti harapannya ya pengen
Iya,
semoga
benar-benar.
makin lancar, makin ini gitu.
Mr. Faisal has been selling surabi, traditional Indonesia pancakes, since 2001. This business has been passed down through generation, from his grandfather to his parents and now to him as the grandson. He chose to sell surabi because he is skilled in making it and enjoys it as a hobby. Although many surabi sellers have approached across Indonesia, Mr. Faisal continues to maintain the traditional method of using firewood for cooking to preserve in authentic taste, unlike others who use gas stoves.
According to him, the COVID-19 pandemic period was actually better for Sal than the years after it, as his business has since declined. He learned how to make surabi from his parents, using natural ingredients such as flour, coconut milk, suji leaf, and pandan leaves. He sells 2 flavor variants, pandan and durian, with durian being slightly more expensive due to the higher cost of the ingredients. The cooking process takes about 2 minutes per portion, but heating the firewood stove to stable temperature takes longer. Each day, he uses around 8 kg of batter, producing hundreds of surabi. The main challenges are maintaining patience and controlling the fire while cooking. Despite this difficult, Mr. Faisal remains dedicated and hopes that his surabi business will continue to grow and attract more customers in the future.
Thanks for watching. Hello Adi, what is that?
This is Joko Jojongkol from Karawang.
How the taste?
It is sweet and chewy.
Okay, thank you.
Geding Karawang Gymnastics Arts is a type of gymnastic unique to the Karawang region, created as a form of cultural preservation and community building. This gymnastics combines elements of sports and dance with traditional regional music, so that it not only promotes physical health but also introduces local cultural identity to the wider community. The movements are simple so that they can be followed by people from all walks of life, from children and teenagers to adults.
The main theme of Gending Karawang Gymnastic is togetherness and unity. Through easy and cheerful movement, this gymnastic displays the spirit of mutual cooperation and intimacy among Karawang residents. In addition, this activity also aims to foster a sense of love for one's own region and strengthen social relationship among community members. Thus, Gending Karawang Gymnastic has become a symbol of spirit and identity of the Karawang community, which is full of love and solidarity.
Literally, the word gending means traditional music or song. When Karawang refers to its place of origin, Gending Karawang gymnastic can be interpreted as gymnastic accompanied by music typical of Karawang, reflecting the values of the community way of life. Its meaning is not limited to sport activities but also as form of regional cultural preservation. The philosophy contained in the movement and accompanying songs describes the spirit, togetherness, mutual cooperation, and the values of mutual encouragement, mutual love, and mutual care.
Gending Karawang Gymnastic was first introduced to the public on September 14, 2015 by the Karawang Regency Culture and Tourism Office, Disbudpar. The launch event coincided with the 382nd anniversary of Karawang Regency. Since then, this gymnastic has become part of various community, school, and government agency activity as a form of group exercise that also embodies regional culture values.
Although this exercise was developed by the Karawang Regency Culture and Tourism Office, there is still no official information regarding the name of the individual creator or main choreographer. Therefore, the Karawang Gending exercise is considered a collective work of the community and local government. Through this exercise, Karawang has a new symbol that represents the spirit of health, joy, and love for local culture.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 3 and we are going to perform Senam Gending Karawang.
Enjoy watching.
sehari